Prices are going to come down starting on day one. Drill, baby, drill. Tariffs are going to make us a wealthy nation. Remember those slogans? Well, yesterday, Friday, the government released the monthly report, the CPI, Consumer Price Index. Let's dig into that and see how these costs have changed over the year and if those three slogans are having any impact on our lives. First, a quick little lesson, a reminder. That 2.4% price increase, that's a little lower than what was reported last month. It was like 2.7, I think, last month. That doesn't mean prices are coming down. That just means prices are not rising as fast as they were last month. And that is kind of good news. Energy costs. Electricity on average across the country has increased by 6.3% compared to last year. That far outpaces your wage increases. Why is that happening? Well, there's a lot of data and reports saying that it's because of the AI data center build out and electricity usage. We, the residents, fighting for electricity and natural gas, the stuff that many of us use to heat our homes in this abnormally cold winter. There is so much foreign demand for natural gas that's where we're selling, and that's driving up the cost that we have to pay. So electricity up, natural gas up. There is a little silver lining. Gasoline for our cars is down like 7.5% compared to last year. So you gotta ask yourself, is that gasoline savings offsetting the extra expense of electricity and natural gas? Let me know. So what's up with Drill Baby Drill? The promise, we're going to roll back regulations and really incentivize producers to produce more oil, to open more wells, to give them leases. Well, what's really happening is the producers are not increasing their number of wells and flooding the market with cheap oil. They are just producing more oil out of current wells due to new technology to keep up with current demand. There is no big oil gusher rush going on in the U.S. right now, regardless of Drill Baby Drill. Moving on to shelter costs. Shelter is one of the largest contributors to the overall price index. It's like because 40% of your income is going towards your shelter. And right now, or at least for the last 12 months, it's up over 3%. Now, I gotta say, shelter costs, the cost of housing right now, it's not just a current administration problem. It's been going on for several years. Every fucking year, it's gone up and up. So the question is, though, what has the current administration done to bring down housing costs? And besides your rent or the cost to buy a house, homeowners insurance, renters insurance has gone up over 7% this year. That's taken up a lot more of your take-home pay this year than it did last year. Next, we got healthcare costs or medical costs, whatever you want to call it. Starting with the cost of prescriptions, the cost of your drugs. I'm talking the legal kind that you get at CVS and Walgreens. Those prices have been pretty flat all year. Not much change compared to last year. But equipment costs, that's gone up. And then the office visits to your general practitioner, your eye doctor, your dentist, that's gone up about 4% compared to last year. But one of the big price increases in healthcare is hospitals. That's gone up by about 7% compared to last year. That drives up insurance premiums for everybody. Speaking of healthcare insurance premiums, the current data is shown compared to last year, they decreased. Who fucking saw a decrease in insurance premiums compared to last year? Further, for the last 12 months, we had 9 months of healthcare premiums going tick, 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 increasing. And then the final 3 months of the year, bam, they go down each month. I gotta look deeper into that. I just don't believe that healthcare insurance premiums are 2.5% cheaper compared to last year. If you got any real life experience with your insurance premiums that support that or even, deny that, let me know. Moving on to food cost inflation. In the grocery store, there's like 6 major categories of food. In the last 12 months, 5 of those 6 categories saw price increases. Overall, those food cost increases are about 3% greater than this time last year. What we're seeing in all 6 of those groups is that products that are produced domestically, their prices are growing slower than the food goods that we're importing. The imported food goods category is growing faster. Could it be tariffs? Canned goods of all sorts are showing faster, higher inflation than other goods. And that's because of the tariffs on aluminum. The aluminum is used to make the cans, and that's having a big price impact on all canned goods. Meat products showing a year-over-year increase of 15%, and coffee's up over 18% compared to last year. And I want to introduce a concept called relativity. Also, some people may call it like a weighted average. Every good, every service in this inflation rate has something called a relative impact to overall inflation. A 34% drop in the cost of eggs does not offset a 3% increase in shelter. That's why we can see huge swings up or down in prices on individual items, but overall inflation only moves modestly. Think about it. So there you go. The George simplistic truth about current inflation rate. Prices are still rising, but just more slowly than last month. And the promises made, I don't know if they're really promises kept. The evidence is saying otherwise right now, folks. So don't forget, follow me, all right? Watch these videos. Comment on them. Let me know. Thanks.